Pitting at Darlington is no easy feat. Pitting at Darlington is one of the hardest things to do actually as a NASCAR driver. This is one of the toughest tracks and one of the toughest surfaces. So Ryan Newman was entering pit road and Clint Bowyer apparently did not see him or whatever, and Bowyer slams right into the back of him, and it was just a mess. It was one of the stupidest pit entries I've ever seen, and wreck avoidances by Clint Bowyer. Just awful.
Look at this right here. Clint Bowyer hit hard twice. Twice he hit way hard. Yeah, that's the last hit's the worst because all the crumple zones and everything, the absorbing impact stuff is already absorbed the first impact.
4 tires.
Here's Newman. Oh, man. It's very clear to me the 31 was coming to pit road, and Clint Bowyer had no idea. He had no idea the 31 was pitting. Heavy contact. Man.
I will never know how much alcohol this human consumed, but it had to have been way above the limit. It still blows my mind that somebody even attempted this, let alone did it. During one of the races at Pocono Raceway in the mid-90s, this wild fan decided to run across the track and almost get hit by a car. Just stupid.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, somebody did that on a dare. Good
No
grief.
way.
Turn 1, Danica Patrick, Landon Castle tangled up. Castle going for a slide.
Okay, we did not hit anything. Did not
Patrick
hit
into the
anything.
wall.
That gets clear there. And she gets in on the bumper, but just doesn't get off of him. Right there's where you're talking, and you just turn it left and lock it down.
And she had a chance to not go up hit that wall if she just stayed on the brakes and kept it down there.
Danica Patrick. She learned the hard way of what rule number 1 of stock car racing is all about. If you're going to pay somebody back or wreck somebody, you better not wreck yourself worse than you wrecked your opponent. Well, this happened to Danica Patrick at Kansas on lap 155. She tried to get payback on Landon Castle and ended up spinning herself out, overcorrecting, and hitting the wall head on. And guess what? Landon Castle received no damage from this accident.
2016, we're going to be instituting a 20-minute caution clock. Here's how that's going to work. Green flag comes out, starts the race. If after 20 minutes a caution has not come out, we'll display a competition caution. We'll run through the caution laps. We'll go back to green. Caution clock will reset. We'll do that throughout the race until the end. When we get within a window, obviously, where there's less than 20 minutes, we'll turn the clock off. Why is it important for us? We think it's going to add to the strategy during the race. And if you look at the Camping World Truck Series, that is an area where some of our younger drivers, younger teams, newer teams, really can use the competition caution to be able to adjust on the truck. We've seen that in the Cup Series when we've had a competition caution early in the race. It's allowed teams to make some last-minute adjustments in the race. We think that's going to be huge for the teams as well in the trucks throughout the race and will be implemented throughout the season as we head into 2016.
Allmendinger has a
Big run from the 11.
coming.
Yes, big run coming.
Go up.
Oh!
Half back, go bottom.
He had to block his
You're
teammate.
good. In line. In line. Go up
Ross
now.
Chastain blocks now, looking to get by A.J. Allmendinger
Side
for
by
the
side,
win. He's
side
going to
by
turn
side.
him. The 10 turns the
Keep going, keep
16.
going.
Around goes
Keep
the
going.
11.
Keep
The
going.
11 is out front now. Haley is leading. Justin Haley went to the bottom, and Justin Haley is going to win.
Wow.
If you are racing your teammate for the win, the best thing to do is make sure one of you wins and neither one of you crashes. If you cannot win, make sure your teammate wins, but do not crash each other. Well, half of Colleague Racing failed that, but ultimately they got extremely lucky with Justin Haley picking up the win in the Daytona race. But still, Ross Chastain and AJ Allmendinger got together coming to turn 3 at Daytona, crashing both of them out of the race. Something extremely stupid to do when you're racing your teammate. It was also a pretty dumb move by a late block, but you know, we don't got to talk about that.
And another great restart for the 4 of Kevin Harvick.
Oh,
Smoke in the tires, the 9's going to miss it. He gets into the wall. Race leader. Chase Elliott into the wall, and the caution will come out.
At any other point during the race and just gets into the corner too deep. has the front tires locked up. It's never going to turn with the front tires locked up. Major impact. It's just such a...
Greg Biffle runs up here and he gives Kurt a shot right there. That kind of is a wake-up call to Kurt. I got to go. I got to get by Tony. So he gets underneath of him, and I'm sure right there the spotter saying, clear up, clear up, clear up. No, no, no. Too late. And then Tony just...
He finished the deal off.
Pushed him on out of the way.
Tony Stewart comes to pit road, and then Kurt Busch comes in as they're looking at the damage to Stewart's car. Kurt comes up to offer his opinion.
And guess what? That got the 2 car parked
for the day.
Meet me at the Oval office, please.
Knowing you're going to do this and going through with it, you have to know you're going to get fined, points penalty, or even suspended. Well, Kurt Busch decided he was going to pull up next to Tony Stewart's pit crew as he was doing a pit stop because he was angry at Tony Stewart. Kurt Busch had to have known how bad this looked, and he still proceeded to do this. If this isn't a stupid moment in NASCAR, I don't know what is. And thankfully, that pit guy saw it coming, so he didn't get hit. I wouldn't necessarily call this move stupid, but in hindsight 2020, right? If you knew this move was going to work, you better know NASCAR is going to penalize you for it. But if there was ever a driver to push the edge and the boundaries of the rules, it's Ross Chastain. And Ross Chastain shortcutted the course, or he took the access road. Don't really know what it was, but regardless, Chastain got black flagged and disqualified for his finishing position, and he was placed the last car on the lead lap after this NASCAR race at Indianapolis in 2022.
Somebody missed the turn entirely.
3 wide, 4 wide per second. Here comes Austin Cindric. Ryan Blaney sideways in front of the field.
Side by side up front, though. Chastain, he's right there. They're going side by side through the kink.
And around goes the 1. He's able to get by the 8.
Unbelievable. Sideways, though. That's going to allow Reddick to get a run on him. Lost momentum on corner exit.
A lot of dirt and debris on the tires.
Chastain went off the track. So he did that access road to get back on track. Now,
I am sure. And all the places you can race here, you were looking for a spot there at the end. What were you thinking?
What do you mean, where?
Taking the access road there and getting off course there.
Oh, just trying not to be in the carnage there in turn 1. I thought we were 4 wide and couldn't go any farther right, and just decided to take the NASCAR access lane out there.
This has to be one of the most stupidest restart rules in racing I've ever seen. This race specifically, there was so much controversy surrounding this race, and the entire restart drama was just stupid. Just watch this video.
Busch is the leader, and he controls the restart as long as he goes in between those 2 lines on the wall. Okay, he doesn't go, doesn't go, doesn't go. Now the green flag comes out. Now Brad Keselowski is legal to go, and the race has started, and that's why they've placed him as the leader here when this caution did come out.
Brings him down. He's a few inches ahead, and all of a sudden here goes the 18. Now, did he jump too soon?
Well, it looks to me like he did, but I'd have to look at it and see on those hash marks on the wall, but it looked to me like he did go before the green flag came out.
NASCAR is taking a look at it. We'll let you know what they decide. It is.
Yeah, they are going to post the 18 car, and they're going to put his name or his number up on the board and put the black flag on it.
That's right here.
The question is, how much track position did they lose? So Johnson was heading for pit road.
By NASCAR to bring the 39 in and clean up, and there he is racing with Ty Gibbs up the track, and around he goes. Brett Moffitt, Sheldon Creed trying to avoid.
Joey, and you talked about that earlier, you know, if you're going out, and it's unfortunate other cars got caught up in that mess.
Danica Patrick into the wall, spinning back down into traffic. White flag is out. They're coming to turn 3. Patrick is driven away from the scene. The long dry spell for Kevin Harvick and Richard Childress Racing comes to a close at Phoenix. He slides to the finish line while they crash behind him. Keselowski threads the needle as cars crash to the checkered flag.
I don't understand why they didn't throw the caution there.